Hello YouTube and welcome to my monthly lineup challenge. It's more of a journey really, isn't it? For July of 2023. So I've had a few matches recently and been playing okay with them, but have noticed that I'm starting to tuck in the right elbow and it seems to be making me miss quite a few pots. So trying to rectify that here, just trying to see if I can feel like I'm pushing it over slightly. Whether it has any effect or not, we will find out. But yes, this is going to be five lineups, and my aim is now to get a break over 60 and to try and keep the average of those 5 breaks over 60. But as I said, as I haven't been queuing brilliantly of late, that might be a bit of a stretch, but you never know. And apologies about the table being on the wonk, the floor is not level. Note, for some reason my the thing holding my camera has decided to twist ever so slightly, which is a little bit annoying. Now, I've played that one really poorly. I was trying to just come on and off the cushion, but I think I flicked the pink, which widened the angle and sent the white down below the black. Perhaps I should have just dropped that red in and made sure I'd left the high black, but nevertheless I continue. It's a bit of a shame that that red's gone near the side cushion. So up for a choice of reds there, coming back down for the pink. Now I think I've left a nice angle here to potentially get that red off the cushion and potable, and with so many reds being in the middle of the table, I'd always be on one. Yes, I was absolutely disgusted with that effort. I should have at least made sure of the pot even if I hadn't got the cannon. So the break ends, unfortunately. That's a little bit frustrating off of that first red being so low on the black and it cannoning into the other red. And as you see, I've just excuse me, realised about the table and tried to square it up a little bit. But trying to adopt the theory of what shot is not going to go wrong, what shot is not going to cause me any problems. So that is it a new thing that I'm trying to consciously think about? I don't know, but that one I did get a little bit lucky and get a cannon, and I am actually still on this red to the yellow pocket. Just a very delicate one to hold for the blue. Now it's quite a wide blue, so if I can get on the red that's below the pink, or one of the two that's just above the black, I'll be happy. Didn't quite go far enough, so excuse me, playing the soft screw to try and get straight or high on the pink to then come down for a choice of these 2 reds above the black. But no, I'd ended up a fraction low. So I decided in that instance to make sure the cue ball didn't move too far. But now that I am high on the pink, just bring it across. Now I'm high on the red that's in the middle, sort of directly above the black, so I've opted to take that one because otherwise I'd have pushed that in the way of the black potentially. So black for the 50 and just gently rolling that one in to make sure excuse me, that I had a nice easy red to continue. Now straight on this one, so drop it in and then hopefully leave myself high on that red so I can play another rolling type shot on and off of the cushion and then work my way back up to the red between the pink and the blue. Yes, oh no. Didn't quite adjust for the tracer side that I had on there, I don't think. Oh, hay fever's played up a bit this morning, apologies. Still trying to keep things as simple as possible. Trying to hit the ball as gently as possible because that way you will give the pocket every opportunity to accept the ball that you are playing. So just trying to decide here what red to take. I could take the one directly below the pink, but I'd have to either play it left-handed or use a rest. I could play the one directly above the pink and play it off a couple of cushions for the black, but that's got a chance of going wrong. So just opted to play that little stun shot because the cue ball was either going to be high on the blue or if I overhit it I was going to have a choice of baulk colours. So another one of playing the percentages and making sure I stayed on another ball. So I have a choice of reds after this pink, just roll it through. It would be nice to be on the one that's directly above the black to give myself a little bit more options of movement. And I was on that one. Excuse me. Oh. Now, I was thinking about another sort of soft screwy stunny shot just to play up for the two reds above the black, but I was a little bit too low, so I thought if I just roll it on and off the cushion, again, nothing can go wrong with that one, you wouldn't have thought, and I'd be on a red. And unfortunately I didn't get into that one quite as I wanted, which now means that the rest has got to come out. And I don't fancy dropping this one in because the white is then always going to go, in my mind, close to the side cushion. So playing this one with just below centre and a tracer left hand side, so helping side on that shot, because then it was going to bring me round the angles and onto this red so that I could get my hand on the cloth rather than cueing off the cushion. Now, do I take the thinner black or the gentle rolling pink into the middle. So I've had a look at it, and where I'm low on the pink, I think if I roll this one, there's a chance that the cue ball will stick close to those 3 reds directly below the blue. So opted to play that short screw shot. Again, nothing can go wrong with that one other than missing the pot, but the positional side is always going to be there. And again, so with this one, try and remove the red directly below the black. Now I've got a much better angle on this one than I did in the previous break. Yeah, I've underhit that one a smidge, but in some ways it's not so bad. Okay, I haven't got the pocket in my eye line, but it does mean that I can hit the ball softer, more delicately, and the cue ball will still go up for the reds. Oh yes, you can see the frustration there. That's not a javelin, that's a snooker cue, so please don't even think about throwing it. Right, on to break 4. So I've had, the first break was, what was that? It was high 40s, wasn't it? And then 2 in the 50s, so haven't got over the 60 mark yet. But I suppose you could say it's fairly decent having a couple over the 50 barrier so far. And this time round opted to get rid of the reds below the black first, so that I then didn't have to, or don't have to worry about that nearer the time of removing the ones directly above it. But see, now that red was, I don't know, a hair off of straight, and I've used a trace of helping side and a little bit of stun and punched across to try and create an angle, but I hit the ball way too hard and ended up low on the black, which meant that I ran into the red directly above it. So the red that I punched in was a very poor shot. And I could have played that one better as well. Didn't get enough top on that one. So all I can do was drop that one in, as the cue ball was always going to go away from the blue. So I thought if I excuse me, if I drop it in, then I'll always have a high blue. Now again, I did try and play that with a bit of right hand side to help it round the angles to bring the white into the middle of the table, but I don't think, well, I know I didn't get enough side on it because the cue ball is close to the cushion. And the only shot that I've got that will take me relatively straightforward onto a colour was that one. No, none of the reds were going to take me onto pink or black. Right, so we're into the 50s again, which is always nice. Now, in this position, I would normally take the black, but where I'm trying to roll shots a bit more, I have opted to take the pink. And I say roll, but I've played it a lot harder than I wanted to, and missed it to the far jaw. And to say that I was a little bit annoyed with myself would be an understatement with that one. That was That was very, very poor, but I'd taken my mind off of what I was doing and I was listening more to what was going on the other table. So yes, I let that affect that shot, unfortunately, which is why I mullered it into into the far jaw. So come on, let's finish strong. Now that red, I was a shade high on it, so I've played that one with topspin and left as well to help it round the angles, otherwise I'd have ended up nearer the cushion. But I should have got into that a little bit more. Thankfully I've potted the pink quite well. But as you can see, I'm still excuse me, I'm still tucking that elbow, and it's really frustrating that I can't sort that out and get everything in the right line. So high black, playing this one top spin and a trace of left, actually, because if I play it plain top, it's going to go closer to the side cushion. So a little bit of left hand side to, or check side, to keep it closer to the reds, just to try and make my life a little bit easier. Now, is this on and off the cushion again? Yeah, and that one, like I had with the pink earlier, thankfully the angle on that was less, so I could hit it at the same pace and the white wasn't going to go near the reds like it did last time. And I thought the options of reds to get back down for the pink were going to clatter into other reds, so just rolled that one through for the blue. Again, keeping things simple. Just dropping that one in. Is it going to make it? Yes, it is. So am I high on that pink? Yeah, oh, that one's wiped its feet. So slightly high on that pink, which meant that I could play that soft shot over onto that red, and then basically an identical shot from red to black. But have I decided that? Oh, excuse me. Have I decided that I'm too straight on the black? Yes. So again, opting to roll the pink in the middle. Hit it a bit harder. Oh no! That is twice that I've pushed it to the far jaw. Okay, let's get straight onto those results as they're coming up on the screen. Attempt 1, 47, followed by a couple of 58s actually, a 51 and a 59. Consistent, I think you could say, with that one. Nothing particularly massive, or frame winning, but definitely decent efforts, I think. So in a moment, it's going to come up with the average, which is 54.6. Quite happy with that one actually. After looking back at the footage, I wasn't too happy with the way that I played when I filmed it, but looking back on it, excuse me, it seems better. Seems better than it was potentially. How are you guys getting on with your maybe line-up journeys or open table journeys? Are you getting into the sort of numbers that you want? Is your average break coming up? It would be nice to know. Hopefully some of the, I don't want to say educational videos that I've done because I'm not a teacher, they might help you. Yeah, just let me know if your breaks are increasing. I'm now going to have a little bit of a rest from work and playing snooker, but I will see you guys and girls very, very soon. Thank you as always for watching. And yeah, take care.